Hey, it's your professional sarcastic man and seeker of attention, Chris, here with reviews on SSSS.Gridman and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind, Episode 4, respectively. So we'll start off with Gridman. In this episode of Gridman, it's more focused on Rika, as she is going out on a group hangout with Akane, the main villain of the series, and it's pretty much like a lot of what just happens. The two things that I do like is, develop a bit more for Rika and Akane. Rika is, coming out a bit more, showing a bit more of a friendlier self, while Akane, we're delving a bit more into Akane's mindset, how she is as a villain. She definitely enjoys what she does, causing havoc, and she hates when she doesn't get her way, as shown how she treats Auntie. When Auntie says, "No, I'm not going to fight because I can only fight Gridman. It's what I was born to do." Akane just throws her phone at his face, so she doesn't treat any of pretty much her subjects with any respect. They're all tools. They're all a means to an end. They're tools to her, and that's all that matters. And with Rika, like I said, we get a little bit more of her, and hints that she and Yuta have feelings for one another. It's shown a couple of times throughout the episode, definitely at the end of the episode as well. However, my main problem with this episode is that it is slow. Like this whole Rika and Akane hanging out, the whole relationship aspect, all of that is like slow. It's very much like the first episode, where it wasn't until a little over halfway that the actual action to the show, the plot, starts to kick in. So it is a very mellow, slow build up. Like 15 minutes of the episode is roughly like that, and it wasn't, while it wasn't a terrible episode, it's okayish. It's okayish at best. You could, if you want, easily just skip the episode. So, it kind of a downgrade from last week's episode. And on to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind, Episode 4. In this episode, continuing on from the previous one, Giorno encounters Black Sabbath, or as the localization for it is called, Shadow Sabbath. Still okay with it, Shadow Black, similar. I would have thought they would have gone with something like Black Ritual or something, or whatever. But okay, ignoring that. In this episode, continuing on, Giorno encounters Black Sabbath and is trying to deal with him, given his ability to stab people with the arrow, and also he has shadow abilities. He only manifests in shadows. He cannot stay or be in sunlight. So I definitely enjoyed this episode. This was definitely a pretty good episode, and as I've said before, Part 5 had the most interesting stand fights when I read the manga, and it was definitely good to see this kind of second main fight, the second fight we see portrayed in the anime. It's done very well. So now Giorno has achieved his mission to get recruited by the organization, and now we're getting into the main plot. Next episode will introduce the rest of the fabulous Mafia squad, and we'll see how it goes from there. Only problem I had with this episode is that the animation quality is it's more obvious in the previous ones, where you see a lot of the characters don't have a face. Like after first dealing with Black Sabbath, Giorno and Koichi, when they're talking to each other, sometimes when they're far off, they obviously don't have faces, or when it's slightly closer, all the detail in their faces in a close-up are not there. This was an issue I had with the previous episode and with the animation quality overall with the start of this series. It's just like, let's just not bother with her face. And sometimes it's just like Koichi will just have black eyes. Like near the end of the episode when he wants to call Jotaro, there's just a moment where his eyes are just completely black. Like they're just black circles. I know time and money, that's always a factor, but it was a bit more obvious in this episode. So it's a bit kind of jarring, but I understand why there is cutbacks and all that. So I can kind of forgive it for now. No, it's not like it's a huge mistake on their part. But anyway, that's it for this review on Gridman and JoJo. Episode 4, Gridman had an okayish episode. JoJo had another good episode. And I'll see you all in the next one. Fighting